Hi, welcome back. I'm Dylan. This is Checkpoint Running. We're doing a long run today at an RPE of about 4. We are doing the Patapsco Valley Thru-Trail southbound. And we started, our warm-up was the last video. We started in Woodstock, Maryland. We're going to run to Ellicott City and then turn around and come back. On the way out, we're doing the upper trail, so it's a little bit hilly. And then on the way back, we'll follow the river, and it'll be much flatter, much smoother. So with our warm-up out of the way, we're just going to go ahead and run a couple more miles up through these rolling hills, see what we can see, and I think you'll enjoy this a lot. So come with me, and let's get started on the trail. So I was talking a little bit about the importance of warming up in the last video during our warm-up, and now that I'm warmed up, got some sweat going, breathing is under control, the running feels a lot easier. And I always think back to elite ultra runner Lucy Bartholomew. She's Australian, and she always says, never judge a run by the first 15 minutes. And it's so true. Because before I'm warmed up, running feels really difficult. And then I get warmed up, and suddenly it's not so difficult. And I don't know all the exact science on why, but it works. And it keeps me injury-free and progressing in my training. So I always do the warm-up now. And now that we're warmed up, we can handle these climbs a little better. These are not crazy climbs, but for someone who might be new to running or only runs on the flat areas, these would be kind of challenging, I think. Oh, that tree, the wind is blowing a bit, and the tree was squeaking or was rubbing against another tree. Spooked me. Alright, so back to what we're doing. This is a long run. This is part 2, where now that we're warmed up a bit, we're just kind of rolling along these nice easy hills here. Just trying to maintain consistent effort. And now that we're about 20 minutes in to the whole workout, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of nutrition. And so I brought a bunch with me today because I knew I'd be doing this long run. Let's see if I can dig one out with my pack. Alright, so today got some Never Second C30 orange flavor, 2-to-1 glucose fructose ratio. So each packet is 30 grams of carbohydrates, and I want to say like 120. Let's see, how many calories? 120 calories. So take about 2 or 3 of these an hour to maintain a good feeling and good performance. So go ahead and get this down. right. So I really like these Never Second products. Just a nice light flavor, like just a little bit of orange, not overwhelming, and not, I don't, even though it's all sugar, all carbohydrates, doesn't taste like super sweet to me, which I like. And I think I have to take a lot of those in a row to get palate fatigue. So it's always useful in these long runs. So I brought some of those products and a few others with me today. Also, I am did bring about 2 liters of water with me. It's a little bit warmer today than it has been in this area, and it is a long run, so I don't want to get dehydrated or run out of water. For me personally, running out of water is one of the most stressful things for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like because I've always, had ready access to water living on the East Coast for my whole life, or just a condition of ultra running and always making sure I bring enough water. But sometimes I do run out, even when I thought I brought enough. I don't know, my body just like starts to stress a bit, even if I'm not even close to dehydration. It's just like a mental thing, like a toddler losing their teddy bear or something, It just feels like, oh, I'm gonna suffer now, or I need to be careful not to overexert and sweat too much or something. I don't know. Just don't like that feeling. So I always try to bring plenty of fluids. And then it also helps stay hydrated and have the water to digest the nutrition you take. So some products want you to take them with water, but also if you have too many carbs in your intestines, then your body will start to dilute it by adding water to your digestive system. Let's follow the bottom trail here, trail marker. And so you can end up with digestive issues, to put it nicely, if you don't have enough water to help digest everything. Helps if you don't choke on your water when you drink it too. So continuing to follow the upper trail here. So some of you might be new to trail running or running in general. So if you have any questions for me, be sure to put them in the comments, and I'll follow up either in a comment, or if I think it's got a big discussion, or I can elaborate further, I'll talk about it out here while I run. If you are new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying these videos and trail running. I love it, obviously, and I just like the variety, and I like stuff like this. So we just come up here on these ridges, and there's the trail we're going to take back is down there, but from up here you just get such a good view of the river, and it's sunny today, so it's sparkly. This is really pretty. It's almost spring, so all these trees and plants are going to start having their leaves back. They're just starting to bud, most of them. And we'll get some flowers here in about a month. Daffodils will start popping through some of the flowering trees that are early flowers. Before they get leaves, will be out. This will be really pretty. Just climb this hill. Coming along still the upper Thru-Trail. The Howard County Thru-Trail runs through Patapsco Valley State Park here, which is the oldest state park in Maryland, and it's on both sides of the Patapsco River, and the whole trail from end to end, because it does cover most of Howard County, is about 25 or 30 miles, depending on which trails you take exactly. Like on this upper one, we're kind of winding back and forth, so it adds a little distance compared to staying down along the river. And you're actually able to run from far western Howard County all the way over to Baltimore City, which is really cool. You pass through several small towns and old cities in Maryland along the way. So today we started in Woodstock, which is a very tiny little town, and we're going all the way over, or pretty close to Ellicott City, almost to Oella, but we're going to stop just before that and turn around. We'll get over there one day. So, as we run here, just soak it in, talk a little bit about my plans for the year. So, my plans are to run a couple of 50Ks to prepare to race the Transalpine Run, or TAR, T-A-R. So my next race is the Kanawha point-to-point 50K, which is, I think it's kind of rare to find a point-to-point 50K. So this is first weekend in May, and this is in southern West Virginia, and like I said, point to point, and it's got about 5,000 or 6,000 feet of elevation, vertical elevation to run, So I'm really looking forward to it. That's a good, really good training run for the Transalpine run. Deliberately kind of seeking out races like that to prepare, because the Transalpine run is a staged race, point to point every day, and it has lots and lots of steep climbing. The Alps are very steep up and down, so you kind of run from town to town in Europe over the mountains down into these valley towns. So the whole race is about 250 kilometers, or about 170 miles, and has 15,000 meters of elevation gain and 13,000 meters of elevation loss. So that's about 45,000 feet and 40,000 feet. And so you might say, okay, well, that's not too bad, right? Like, you do the math, like, oh, well, if you run 250 kilometers on the x-axis and you go up, 15,000 meters or 15 kilometers on the y-axis, doesn't seem all that much, right? Like, that ratio difference is more than 10 to 1. Well, there's also the down component, right? So you end up actually running about half of the race going up, about half the race going down. So it's actually quite steep. So I'm doing lots of mountain races on the east coast of the U.S. to prepare, and also doing some mountain running. Today's kind of a recovery week for me because I was sick last week. I don't want to get sick again right away. So I had a flu of some kind that's been going around the U.S. and it really, really put me down. Fever over 100. I didn't feel like eating. Really tired. Chills. So I didn't run for about a week and a half. And then last Sunday, went out and did a nice, easy recovery run here in Patapsco Valley Park, over in the McKeldin area. We did a McKeldin loop. That video's up on the channel if you want to do that. 4 miles, nice and easy, over an hour. So really gentle recovery run, like RPE 3. So we're doing further today, a little bit higher effort, trying to maintain good effort and just get some time on the feet. During the week, I did a couple easy runs, just like 45 minutes, and one cross training for an hour on the bike, just to mix it up. And like I said, kind of a cutback week to make sure I don't go too hard and get hurt or sick after being sick. It's about almost 20 minutes into this run. Just continuing Let's do these nice easy hills on this upper trail. Got away the bike again. Yep. We're following these red and white markers back through here that indicate the Thru-Trail. Just enjoying the trail. So downhill. Back up. Running along this side of this hill. Nice and easy. So how do you know you're running easy? Largely your breath is a good way to tell. If you're not able to talk or breathe through your nose, then you might be going a little bit too hard. Now, if you're only doing this section, you might be able to go a little harder or use this as like a nice speed work. Mix in some sprints or, run a little harder, a little faster. But for a long run, I want to take it nice and easy because I want to have consistent effort throughout and not walk or slow down towards the end. So that's what we're doing. Nice and consistent. Even when we go uphill, slow down a little bit. You go downhill, speed it up a little bit, and use it to recover. So here we earned ourselves a nice long downhill. rested over the top of that last hill, so we can just use this as a little recovery, catch our breaths if we've been running a little hard. Just enjoy this. Ultra running and trail running can be really challenging, so you have to find the parts that are fun and not as challenging, just really soak them in, because they don't always last for very long. So here we go, down at the bottom, time to go back up again. So I'm slowing down a lot and just short steps, little small steps, to be able to keep going and not stop as I go up these hills. Just keep going around. Up and up. It's kind of flat here. Take a nice deep breath. Ready to go up again. Almost up at the top. Let's see what the sign says. Area closed for restoration. Maybe there used to be a trail through there. All right. Almost to the top. All right. Let's go over here and look. See what we can see. Not a lot from here. Let's go a little further down the trail. See if there's something we can see, if there's a good overlook. This looks promising. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Ooh. The river down there. See it over here better. Sparkling. There's actually a trail on the other side of the river over there. You can just see, you can see the valley where the river goes through there. Wow. So we ran up a few hundred feet over those last couple miles. So I think we'll wrap it up here for these couple miles. And that was a good workout. So we did our warm up, and then we climbed a bit, and we came to this beautiful overlook that's behind me here. So thank you for joining me. I'm Dylan. This is Checkpoint Running. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate you running with me. And I'll see you in the next one.